Greetings everyone, welcome to Batt's Picks, the show where I go over all of the Go games from the previous week and bring the more interesting ones to your attention. Sorry I didn't have one for you last week. I really wasn't feeling all that well, wasn't really feeling up to recording, so hope you can forgive me for that. But to make up for it, I do have quite a few different picks for you this week that I hope you'll enjoy. And first up is a game from the female division of the World Minds game. I thought it was a very good tie-in to the lecture on Aji that I gave earlier in the week, the bonus lecture. If you have not checked out my channel, you should be sure to do so. Essentially, we have an amateur Don level player and a professional Don level player who are happily fighting on this particular board. And what we see from the professional is a nice example of how just knowing where Aji is can simply take apart a player over and over again. So I think you're going to like that nice little tie-in. If anyone's still looking for some more material on how to use Aji, how to find Aji in a position, you should probably check this game out. It's got a lot of it. You'll definitely be sure to enjoy it. And continuing on to pick number 2, we have another game from the World Minds games, this time the men's edition. And we have a seriously aggressive game, an overwhelmingly aggressive game. So if you weren't looking for Aji, you were just looking for people fighting to kill each other, this is definitely the game for you. And because it is also another amateur versus professional game, you're definitely going to see a little bit of a disparity in strength, which I always go for. I always love amateur versus professional games, because in those games we can actually see a little bit easier where someone's going wrong, right? Because of the disparity in levels. There's usually an obvious gap where you can see, well, this player is clearly not quite at this level, and here's why. So what can I learn from that? I love those kind of games, and I hope you do too. Continuing on, for pick number 3, we have a professional versus professional game for a change. In this one, we actually have a bit of a more influence-oriented strategy. Here you can already see that black is set up to try and develop it. Has enclosed the lower right corner, is leaning on the right hand side in order to keep developing more influence. So the question is, can black actually hold on to that influence, and how is white going to go about trying to reduce it? If you're looking for more of an influential game, either reducing it or trying to build it up, maybe this game is your style. Though I can't stress enough how much I enjoyed the previous 2 picks, and if you're going to try to pick one over the other, I do recommend going with 1 or 2. If you're looking for influence, you can definitely go with this one though. You won't be let down. Alright, for our next pick of the week, do I have to show you anything else about this game other than what you see now? Tengen. How often do you see Tengen? It's extremely one of those rare moves that you don't usually see in professional level play. You usually see nice, solid, reliable moves. But here, apparently black thinks that includes Tengen. Now here's the question for you. Did I include that game because he was right and then he won? Because it happens. Occasionally it happens, and occasionally those games are great to go over. But just as occasionally, the person who plays Tengen loses, and that can also be interesting to go over. Because maybe you don't know how to handle it in your games. Either way, you're going to find this game as a great what the crap is going on this board kind of a game. So if you're looking for that, maybe not so much, you know, your Aji or your influence or whatever. You just like having fun and going over weird, crazy games. It's not going to get any crazier than this week. Download this game right now, go over it, you're going to enjoy it. And last but not least, those of you who just prefer watching just 2 titans battle it out, you know, the top players, best of the best, I cannot give you a game higher quality than Sedol versus Cheolhan. Sedol, of course, we are always paying attention to nowadays, because he has a best of 10 series starting in January against Gu Li. So everyone's always wondering, how is he playing? How is his Go improving? What is he going to be bringing to that best of 10 series? And here, we've been seeing lately that he's been losing a lot of his games, I guess, as he experiments with whatever is in his head. So he's prepared for that best of 10 series. But does he win this one? He's been losing a lot of games. Guli has been losing a lot of games. But is this finally a game where Sedol wins? It's a good question. If you're curious to see how Sedol's doing, definitely check this out. Then again, if you're that curious, you're probably already have done so. But in the interest of keeping everyone nicely informed, here's one of Sedol's games from this week. Do check it out if you're interested. And that's it for this week's Batt's Picks. I hope you've enjoyed them, as always. And just as always, if you think that there's a game out there that I did not go over that should have been picked this week, don't hesitate. Drop it in the comments below so other people can see it. I'm sure they will either agree or disagree with you, and maybe even let you know why. And also gives me an idea of what you're looking for when I do pick games. So it's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do. In the meantime, I'll hopefully be back next week, and in the interim, I hope you all keep studying Go, keep playing Go, keep enjoying Go, and I will see all you lovely people next time. Take care, everyone.